Oh, Samira.
15 minutes to go, the turkey comes out and we allow it to rest for 15 minutes.
Well, they say if it runs clear, it's cooked. It's running clear.
All the birds look absolutely magnificent. Now we have to think about presentation.
In medieval cooking, they used to sometimes present these cooked meats as mythical creatures.
Yeah.
And there is one dish where there's a little suckling pig and the roasted chicken sits on the pig with a spear
So we can get
and a
that
shield. You could sit it on the turkey. You see what I mean? Yeah. Oh, turn him round. Look, there's another option.
Oh, we can shove him in the neck. We can shove him in there.
This idea has come up where we're going to place the pheasant on top of the turkey. And NOELENE is in her element. She's in heaven.
I give him here. Doing from here all the way down in with that one. Beautiful.
Done. It's secured.
And it looks really terrific. It's really fitting for the meal that we've prepared.
10 minutes to go and we are pushing. The grabiche is still getting made. The chickens are out, they're resting. Woohoo, that turkey looks beautiful. The worst thing that could happen would be for the turkey to be undercooked. You don't want to serve up raw poultry. You just can't.
We have minutes left in this challenge. We're all working as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Emma's very artistic and very creative, so I think this is her time to shine with the edible garden.
If it's not in the garden or it's not on the plate, we can't taste it. 3 minutes to go. Go, guys, 3 minutes. Come on.
Can someone take the top pastry out? What?
The pie.
It's time to plate up. Carve the chickens up, get them on the plate. Presentation doesn't look too good, but it's there, and it will taste nice. I know it will.
Okay, put it on the other side as well, Emma.
Have a look at the potatoes. Do we just dot them around?
Yeah. Just don't put too many. That's it.
The Feast of the Birds looks fantastic. You know, the garden, we've done everything that we can. We've packed it full of veggies. They're all cooked well. The potatoes are out. I'm just going to decorate it with some flowers now. Rishi is deep frying some zucchini flour. I just hope it's enough. I think it's enough. Is it enough? I don't know. 30 seconds, you little cherubs. 30 seconds. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Quick, move.
Ten seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Gardening's all down. Your job's done.
I think that's a bit of elimination. That is really rustic. That is something that you could, you know, serve up the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm really wrapped.
You're just hoping everything's cooked through and nothing's overcooked.
Looking at what we've put together, looking at our medieval feast, I'm happy. I'm particularly happy with the fowl. The girls have done a cracking job, but I noticed the other team's garden and it looks incredible.
We did it. I think we're still friends.
That was a tough challenge, no doubt about it. Heston's edible garden pushed me to my limit.
Our poultry is definitely inferior to the blue teams. They've managed to do artwork with their poultry and it all looks amazing. You know, looking down at our poultry, it's not quite presented as it should be. I've just got a feeling in my stomach that we could be in trouble.
I mean, I have to say, considering where you were with about 1.5 minutes to go, I think you've done a brilliant job.
Thank you very much.
That's great.
I just hope our flavours are there and I hope that our birds are good.
Well, the garden is absolutely spectacular. The birds in the garden, we haven't quite got that medieval feel. And the one I'm worried about most is the chicken. Yeah, is the chicken.
It's just all fallen apart, so it'll be interesting whether the flavour's going to be fabulous. And why make a pie when you've not checked to see whether or not there's a nice pie dish?
To me, that dish should feel like it's a little bit more set for this occasion.
I think we could have done so much more with our time, and I don't know
what went wrong, so I'm really worried that I'm going to be cooking in elimination tomorrow.
Okay. It's not bad.
Right, let's dig in.
The pie is absolutely fantastic. Try the pie. You know what I'm impressed about is the flavours from all of the cooking of the game birds and the poultry. The chicken that they rolled and stuffed, it actually tastes really good. And I love the pigeon pie.
Turkey is good. It's a notoriously hard bird to cook perfectly.
Let's have a little look in the garden.
I love it.
All right, dig in, get your hands in, you know, it's medieval.
Are you sure that this is not dirt? It's not dirt. Oh my God, that's so weird. It's not dirt.
Heston, how's the red team done? Give the garden. What do you think?
I think they've done a great job. I think the Grabiche have done a good job. I like the way that they've generously filled it with vegetables.
Don't understand why they use shop-bought mayonnaise when they could have...
Oh, is it shop-bought mayonnaise?
They could have just made mayonnaise. In saying that, I have to agree, there's lots of great flavour. Big task today.
So guys, what do you think about the garden?
You're looking at it thinking it's a garden, and the taste just hits you, and it's that nice surprise.
And it looked like dirt, and it felt like dirt, and then you ate it and it wasn't dirt, and it was like, what's happening?
We want you to bring us the perfect order of mashed potato.
I don't like mashed potato. I don't like to make it at home, so it's not one of your best picks, is it?
There's only one way to make a beautiful mashed potato, and that's fresh. It can't be lumpy, it can't be grainy, it can't be grey, it can't be watery. That doesn't belong here. We want smooth, flavoursome, delicious, yummy, unctuous, gorgeous mashed potato. We're going to leave that up to Matt. Good luck.
In front of you, you have all the additives you need. Butter, cream, salt, and milk. Use one or all of these as you seem fit. The first 9 people to complete the perfect mashed potato will go through to the next round. The one who doesn't will go home. The MasterChef Massacre starts now.
Time starts, and the first thing I do is get a pot of water onto boil.
I choose a smaller pot because it'll have less water in it, and that should, by rights, boil quicker.
I see everyone wasting time peeling these potatoes. I'm just going to cut them, block them up, and use the centre of the potatoes, cut them into decent cubes, and get them boiling over the water, and that's going to save me a lot of time.
Time to start cooking the mash, and I've got a lot of second guessing going on. Cut the potatoes too small, they could get waterlogged. Cut them too big and they may take too long to boil, and you'll be left there with uncooked potatoes and you'll be out.
I decide that I'm going to chop up my potatoes really small, and then I'm going to have a backup plan of putting a few potatoes in which are larger in case the first lot isn't good enough.
Kate, you have cut these almost like little dice. Do you make a lot of mash at home?
No, not at all.
The real thing about mash is you want those potatoes to be quite dry, so they'll soak up some butter, some cream, some milk. And I don't know, the danger about these small,
Yeah.
they can break down, you end up with like a gluey consistency.
Sure. And then I think to myself, uh-oh, too late. I'm still going to do it anyway.
Next step is pretty much you just got to wait. It's hard standing there watching a pot of water because, you know, as the old saying goes, a watch pot never boils.
Everyone's got their potatoes in the water. As soon as they come out, the race will be on.
My potatoes are ready. Now I've got to work to get them as smooth as possible. The first thing I do is put them through a potato ricer and then into a drum sieve. And the whole purpose of this is to get a beautifully smooth mashed potato.
After they pass through the drum sieve, they're perfect. I'm the first one to get mine in the pot, ready to make my mash. I'm going to add some butter and some milk to give them some richness and a bit of salt for seasoning, and hopefully that'll give me the perfect mash.
It's looking good, Devon. Thank you. Doing well, Matthew. Well done. Peter, that's looking good. Well, Philip, you're the first person to put up a mash for tasting. Happy?
Very. I mean, I tasted it and I like it. It's not too fatty, nice and soft and silky. I mean, I could eat that. I love that.
You're through. Oh. Devon, you're the second person to have finished. Good work, Devon. Well done.
The energy in the room is now really ramping up. It's this desperate, anxious energy. We're all here to get in. We're not here for jokes.
So that is the best you've tasted so far. Well seasoned. Well done, Matthew. Great consistency. Not too gluey. Peter, that's restaurant quality mashed potato. You're through to the next round. Well done.
Thanks, Matt.
Good work, Jimmy. You're through.
Thanks.
I can tell you right away, it's too potatoey. You need to be richer.
Okay, yep. I know it needs more butter, more salt, more cream, but this is the way I like to eat them. So I'll add a bit more.
Kate, how much do you want this next spot?
I'm crossing my fingers.
That's lumpy. You've got to work those lumps out.
Obviously, just a little bit undercooked, so I place it back into the pot and hope that it will cook through.
There are 5 spots taken. There are only 4 spots left. Daniel, is one of those yours?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
It's a little lumpy. Just see how it hasn't kind of got the... It's lumpy. Sky, your first attempt ever. Loads of salt, still potatoey, really rich, delicious, Sky. Best potato I've tasted. Well done, you're through.
Thank you. Slow and steady sometimes wins the race.
It's not as creamy and rich as some of the others, but what I love about it is it still tastes of potato, and you've not overloaded it. So well done. That's a good enough mashed potato to win you a place in the next round.
Thanks, Matt.
Have a mouthful. Bite it against the back of your teeth. Hear that sound? That kind of crunchy sound. And that's the sound of uncooked potato.
Okay.
I can't put you through and your potato's not cooked in your mash. So you need to either start again or you need to find some mashed potato, and putting it with milk ain't gonna do it. Come on, Kate. You've still got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the deal.
Yep. I can just cross my fingers and hope it cooks through, but even if it is, it looks like there's hardly anyone left standing there. They've already put their hand up. So time's against me now.
There's Kate, Daniel and myself left. I'm up for my tasting and I'm praying to God that it's good enough.
Courtney, your hand was up next. Great work. Really good mashed potato. Properly seasoned, nice and smooth. Looks beautiful on the plate. Well done. You're through to the next round,
Thank
Courtney.
you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt. What a relief. To go out on pesto and mint first time round was pretty horrifying, but if I'd have gone out on mashed potato, my God, I would have had a real fear of basic cooking.
Two of you here, Daniel and Kate, but only one of you can go through to the next round. Daniel, is your potato ready for tasting? It is.
I'm hoping, in a nice way, that there's something wrong with this.
Eradicated the lumps. The potato is good enough to take you through the next round. Congratulations, you're through. Kate, I'm sorry,
That's okay.
you haven't made it.
I feel really disappointed in myself to one extent, and then on the other, I don't because I didn't go out first.
Today I'm using phyllo pastry to do an open phyllo pumpkin pie. I've got the phyllo in the oven. Now I've got to move on to my pumpkin. Okay, so I need to make sure there's as much flavour in that pumpkin as possible. In between the crispy phyllo sheets, it's really all I've got. Pumpkin can be really sweet, so I've got some cumin, I've got some salty feta and some pancetta all into my mash to get that smoky, salty flavour. So good. It tastes amazing. The creaminess of the pumpkin and the crunch of the phyllo should give this really nice texture that I'm hoping will impress Nigella. Now it all depends on that phyllo pastry. If it's not crispy and golden, I won't be able to stack my layers and my dish won't have the crunch it needs.
I'm just waiting for it to brown a little bit. And it's going to be right down the line for the plate up.
Well, good, man.
It's going brown.
I checked my phyllo, it's nice and crisp and golden. I've got all my elements there and I start the stack. Phyllo, pumpkin mash, phyllo, sprinkle of bacon and then beautiful ginger syrup dripping around. I'm so happy with the balance of flavours and textures. I'm really hoping it will impress Nigella today.
10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your time's up.
That was hectic. That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
It's so disappointing to not be able to plate a layer cake for Nigella. She's a massive hero of mine, and to have something so clear in my head that she loved and then to not follow through is just a bit deflating. I think I've just blown all chances of getting this dish tasted.
We wouldn't, in all honesty, expect anything but an absolutely brilliant and fully energised cook. And that's what it was. Nigella put together a beautiful mystery box full of ingredients that, let's face it, all went together. So we've picked our 5 top dishes. First one up to the bench is Heather.
Really hoped that this would happen today. It is food from the heart and someone that I would love to impress, so it's a big deal.
Menu description?
It's an open phyllo pumpkin pie.
Wow.
That looks glorious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Can't wait for Nigella to try it. I've learnt a lot from your cookbooks, so yeah, it's a real privilege.
Rather big mouthful, but never mind. Never stopped me before. Is that your bit?
Yeah.
Gee, do you love it?
You can tell? I think the contrast of textures is fantastic. But more than that, I love the flavours. The smokiness and subtlety means that you keep wanting to go back in for more. This is something that creates joy.
Perfect.
It's a highlight for me of the stuff we've eaten on the show this year. I love the creaminess from the puree, crunch from the phyllo. It's a delicious dish.
You know, there are moments in the competition which we all love, where a contestant puts up a surprising and delicious dish, an unexpected dish, and we all kind of shake our hands and go, yeah, fantastic, that's what the show's all about, and that's exactly what you've done there. Well done.
Well done, Heather.
My heart's beating so fast. I'm super proud of myself. This is why I'm here, and this is the level I want to be at.
Sashi, I don't care about your rack. What I care about is a little cauliflower pakora there. That's a genius idea. Genius idea.
I saw the beer, then I thought of why not do a beer better.
Yeah, it's genius. I love it. In a room full of people all playing, or most of them playing with lamb, get the lamb right and put something crunchy and delicious on there. Who knows? Maybe that. Yeah, upstairs. That's where we want to be, on the balcony.
Every one of us wants to go for the immunity pin. If we can be a winner on this challenge, it's an express ticket to immunity.
I would love to be in the top 5 to be tasted by Gordon. And if I can win, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Clean, clean, clean. Why am I telling you? I don't know.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. Your time's up.
Well done.
Cooking one-handed is, I mean, it's not easy. I'm right-handed, so... Like, I couldn't French the lamb, so I thought I'll fillet it instead. Oh, man, it's crazy in the end.
The lamb, I think, is cooked perfectly. I mean, we'll know when it's cut open.
I think my lamb's slightly undercooked, and I don't think that's going to be good enough today.
I'm looking at it like, I think it's okay.
Wow, what a start to the day. I wonder if those nerves have been tempered a little bit by that cook. And yeah, Gordon's still here. And for 5 lucky contestants, he's just about to taste their food. First up, Reese. What?
I'm completely shocked. Like, I wasn't sure if I'd done enough. And I'm just so excited for Gordon to try my food.
What have you cooked?
Lamb brack with cauliflower puree and then roasted cauliflower.
Reese, you know, you're a dab hand in the bakery departments, so a bit of a shock for me. Seasoned, beautifully, on point. Lamb cooked, you know, superbly. You've got the balance absolutely spot on with the richness of the puree. What would I change? Maybe take 1 layer of fat off. You can see just a little bit too much fat left in there. But you've nailed the hero, that's the lamb.
I think the things that stand out for me, rather than just the lamb, which is cooked beautifully, is the texture and flavour of the cauliflower. So the cauliflower puree, which is really clean and really smooth, beautifully made, and then really well-roasted cauliflower, so it's sweet. What a surprise, huh? Well done.
Great week last week, and you're starting off this week just as well. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Good smile. Thank you. Thank you.
I just hope now I've done enough to get into that immunity challenge.
And the last dish we'd like to taste belongs to Sashi.
I'm nervous. Hope I've done enough to impress Gordon.
I've cooked a roast lamb with beer-battered cauliflower and a reduction of lamb and beer.
A reduction of lamb and beer, I love that.
Lamb, beer, mustard.
Why not? Good on you.
Now, young man, I'm going to be honest with you. That is worth travelling 17,000 kilometres for, let me tell you. Delicious.
Thank you.
It's got heart. The smartness with the beer batter and what you've done with the cauliflower, lamb nailed, sauce with the beer. You know, you've got balls, clearly, and you know how to dress food and turn chefs on.
You know, you know sometimes when you have a spoonful of something, you get that little...
We think of you being the guy who can do anything with the spice box. But you've got no spice, you've got a limited selection of flavours, and you put up, I think, probably the best dish you put up so far in the competition.
Thank you.
Sashi, how does that feel, man?
I'm floating.
Good on you. We'll float back to your bench, yeah? Well
Amazing.
done. Well done.
Thank you.
I have impressed my hero. I'm feeling so proud. I just need to finish the sauce.
Beautiful.
I'm running out of time and I'm trying to get this sauce perfect. There's a lot of things that I need to get right in this sauce to make sure it's balanced correctly.
The only thing that concerns me is really buttery and really greasy, just because it's of all the butter.
It tastes good, it's packed full of flavour, but because I've used the juices from the chicken pan with all that butter, it's actually given it a bit of a greasy mouthfeel.
Do you reckon strain it through muslin?
Yep.
Strain it, get it in the copper pot. I just hope that it's not too fatty.
At this point, it's all about plating up. If you're not plating up now, you're in trouble. 3 plates of food, 3 minutes to go. Come on. Come on! Let's go,
guys! My potatoes are still lacking a bit of colour and crunch, so I'm going to leave them in the oven until the very last minute.
There's less than 2 minutes to go and I'm still slicing chicken.
What was the time? What's my time?
Having to put the undercooked breasts back on the heat has meant that I've run out of time to crisp the skin up separately. I just hope that doesn't cost me in the tasting.
Bring us the roast with the most, or else you're toast. 30 seconds to go.
Jamie, what about your potatoes? Where are your potatoes?
What a brilliant cook this is! 10 seconds to go! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it! Time's up, boys!
Time's up. I look down at the plates and I'm really happy with what I've done. A little bit concerned about the Pomme Delphine, but hopefully what I've put up here is enough to keep me in the competition for another day.
It was a tough cook, but I'm happy with it. It's not perfect, but it is packed full of flavour.
It looks pretty and, you know, that's unusual for me.
Time's up. I look at my dish and my heart just sinks. I think my chicken's overcooked.
It gets to this point in the competition where I actually start just willing them to put up a great dish. Don't you think?
Yeah. You know what's also interesting is they're all sort of at that point right now in the competition where they're about to turn that corner.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame to see them in this situation.
Yeah, it is.
That's just the way it is. Let's get the first dish in.
Walking my dish up to the judges, I'm definitely not happy with the chicken. I know that it's overcooked.
Thank you.
I'm hoping that with lots of elements, lots of textures, lots of strong flavours, I've done enough just to scrape through.
Jamie, we really think you're turning that corner where you can start to see a little bit of light.
Yeah, I do feel like I've turned the corner and I'm thinking clearer about, you know, combinations of food. I've taken on absolutely everything you've said, and I really believe that I'm one of the hardest working people at the house.
Eventually, Jamie, regardless of result, that will pay off.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks a lot. Oh, sauce?
I think you should
Yeah,
do them all.
I think it's an integral part of the dish.
Bread sauce over the potatoes.
Wow.
Great.
Jamie, just have a look at those 3 plates and realise how far you've come.
Yeah.
It's a long way.
It's a lot from day
of
one,
hard
isn't
work,
it?
but gee, it pays off when you work, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I am happy with the elements on the dish, so I hope you guys like it.
Thanks, Jamie.
You happy with the consistency across the 3, George?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's done a good job.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
Consistency's good. Right, let's taste. My chicken's actually overcooked. A bit dry.
For me, those potatoes, they don't have a fragrance and a toastiness that I want with a great roast potato.
Absolutely.
For the rest of the dish, I actually really like. I like the freshness of the parsley in the filling, and my chicken compared to yours, George, is pretty smooth and pretty good.
The sort of outside bit of the chicken, I know my son would love that bit and he'd be picking at it.
The sauce that he's put on there is beautiful. So he's got some good flavours going on there.